When my wife and I moved into our new countryside home, we wanted peace, no meetings, no rules, no nosy committees. The land was private outside any subdivision. Or so we thought. 2 days after we moved in, there was a knock at the door. On the porch stood a woman in a power suit, clipboard in hand, and a name tag that read Karen, HOA President. "Welcome to the neighborhood," she said sweetly, then added, "Now, we'll need your HOA payment and signature on the community rules." I blinked. "Ma'am, this property isn't part of any HOA. Karen's smile turned razor sharp. "Oh, everything in this area falls under our jurisdiction. You'll need to comply or face fines." My wife stepped beside me. "This land was never annexed," she said calmly, handing Karen the deed. Karen skimmed it, scoffed, and said, "That's cute, but my board decides that." We laughed, closed the door, and thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. 2 days later, we were unloading groceries when a police cruiser pulled up. Karen stood beside it, arms folded and smirking. The officer approached politely. "We got a report that you're refusing lawful HOA orders." I sighed, pulled out the same deed. "We're not under an HOA. She's trespassing again." Karen interrupted. "Officer, they're lying. We have authority here. They're refusing to follow community bylaws." Before I could speak, my wife quietly reached into her purse, pulled out her black leather wallet, and flipped it open, revealing her Federal Property Enforcement Division ID. The officer straightened immediately. "Ma'am," he said carefully, "you work for?" She nodded. "Yes, I oversee land jurisdiction at the federal level, and this property is recorded as private, exempt from any homeowners association." Karen's confident grin collapsed faster than a bad souffle. I didn't know that," she stammered. My wife gave her a cool smile. "You should have checked before calling the police. Filing a false report can be serious." The officer turned to Karen. "Ma'am, I suggest you leave before we file our own report." Karen mumbled something about misunderstandings and practically ran to her SUV. Since then, she hasn't stepped foot near our driveway, and the HOA board quietly stopped expanding their reach. Turns out, when you try to strong-arm a neighborhood, you'd better make sure the homeowner's not federal law enforcement.